Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes. Sarangani makes the shot and knocks it down. Malonia is open. 3-pointer. Goodness! Face a jumper by Robin Celis. Natalviano has time. Now it's Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
Another week of basketball here in the MPBL as our teams try to make their push towards the playoffs. At nandito po tayo sa Batangas City Coliseum for the second game of our Monday triple header featuring these two teams. And eto na yung talagang kaabang-abang na paglalaro nito ni Lawrence Victoria for the Pangasinan Heatwaves after weeks of anticipation, finally making his debut. And he will go up against the leading scorer of the Sarangani Gripper in Season 5. And this year, ito si Jeff Viernes looking to pilot Sarangani to another win here. It's the Pangasinan Heatwaves versus the Sarangani Gripper dito sa Liga ng bawat Pilipino. Magandang gabi mga Kaliga. Ken Pangilinan with Coach Christian Luanzon. And Coach Chris, I recall you've mentioned this in Pangasinan's win against Muntinlupa, how dangerous...
That better be accurate.
Oh,
Okay.
how dangerous they could be. But what do you make
Yeah.
of the moves they made in the window?
Makes them more dangerous because you add anytime you add more talent, no, the names you just mentioned, you know, Victoria, Bulanadi, although si Bulanadi parang hindi ko pa nakikita, no, but it was announced already, I believe, makes them more dangerous. This is a team that I think can win it all. You know, with their record right now in their standing, 7th in their division, in the North Division at 12-6. It doesn't look that way, but you know, they're peaking at the right moment. Kung matuloy-tuloy na ito, winning the last 3 or 4, you know, this is a dangerous team.
12-6 ang Pangasinan this season so far. Ngayon, napapanood niyo po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League on our official Facebook page and YouTube channel, and also live right now on Solar Sports. And we bring in our third member of our panel from Sardinas last Saturday to Lomi today, this Monday. Walang iba kundi si Miss Mika. Bisa Miss Mika, very important matchup between Sarangani and Pangasinan. Kamusta itong dalawang kupunan heading into this game?
Maraming salamat, Ken. Coach Chris, tama ka. Always excited to travel down south for my Lomi fix. Pero hindi lang yan, excited nga rin ako para sa larong ito dahil napakadaming bago para dito sa Pangasinan Heatwaves. Nabanggit nyo na nga ang pagdating ni Lawrence Victoria. Kung makikita nyo, medyo pumayat na si Lawrence dahil nagulat talaga siya sa takbuhan ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes. At nabanggit nyo nga rin itong si Aline Bulanadi who will not be playing today, although nabanggit ni Coach Chris na nakapirma na nga siya dito sa Pangasinan Heatwaves, but he will play on Saturday. Kaya abang-abang din yan. At sabi nito ni Coach Gerson na sa wakas meron na daw siya magiging mga solusyon sa kanyang mga problema sa kanyang wing. Pero hindi lang puro bago ang kwento ko, meron din akong memorable stories. Dahil kung may kukwento ko lang sa inyo, itong si Jeff Viernes has a lot of memories with his former coach na si Coach Gerson Cabiltes sa PBA D-League kung saan they shared a lot of championships together. Sabi nga ni Coach Gerson, before Hesed Gabo in his roster, there was Jeff Viernes. Kaya tignan natin kung paano makaka-apekto to sa laro ni Jeff against this Pangasinan powerhouse. Ken and Coach.
Maraming
Chris.
salamat, Mika. And yung matchup na yan, Hesed Gabo, Jeff Viernes, kaabang-abang din yan later on. But ito, pag-usapan natin, isa sa mga manlalaro ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes, walang iba kundi si Michael Mabulak, na he's been playing with Coach Gerson for the last 4 seasons. Remains
Feels like forever.
as reliable as ever. And nakita natin, pouring in his, I think, one of his biggest outputs this season against Val City.
Well, I think ang importanteng makita natin dito kay Mike is that yung scoring niya, you know, slowly getting into it right there, no, with 24 points. Kasi medyo naglaho to no? And I guess the age comes with it, but what you like about him is that he's a skilled big man. And anytime you're skilled, you know, it doesn't take athleticism, you know, every time that's diminished, you know, nandun pa rin yun. So he has the touch, he has, you know, a good feel for the game, at ang kagandahan ng larong yun, isa lang ang kanyang minintis, 10 of 11.
90.9% from the field. Ito si Michael
Tibay.
Mabulak. matibay talaga at lalong pagtitibayin para dito sa Pangasinan yung pagpasok dito ni Lawrence Victoria. Nabanggit na nga ni Mika na break-in na sa takbuhan, lost a lot of weight. He is the top gun with Pasay. Now he is with Pangasinan.
It's going to be an interesting fit because, you know, they lost some players dahil pagpasok ni Lawrence Victoria, namely itong si Mac Talio. But, you know, it's a different situation for him because in Pasay, he had the ball pretty much every time he was inside, 80% at least, you know, and with Bonifacio inside in Pasay. Now, he's with a lot of, you know, weapons, you know, Vic Manuel, Hesen Gabo, who's also ball dominant. You know, he's ball dominant. And Mike Mabulak is a guy that when he gets going, he's also ball dominant. It's going to be an interesting fit. I think he's going to be fine, but I think it's going to take some time, maybe a few games.
But di sila pwede maging complacent going up against one of the low-key hottest teams right now in the South. Itong Sarangani Gripper. A huge reason why has been one of their acquisitions in the window. Ito si Danny Marilao coming back here with Sarangani with Coach John Calios. Now with Coach Toto Dohilio together and maganda naging performance niya against Davao Occidental.
Return of the comeback, ika nga, no? Sasabihin ng mga Pilipino. And sometimes when you come back sa lumang kuponan mo, may memorya yan sa mga magandang nilaro niya. At umangat yung laro niya dito sa Sarangani, along with his stint in Caloocan. But you look at the numbers, 15 points, 5 boards in 11 shots, got to the line 6, made 4, 2 blocks. Now, defensively, I thought he dipped down in, you know, generally speaking, because he became a much better offensive player the past 2 seasons. If he could be consistent on both ends, he's going to be a handful because he has this unorthodox style of play. You know, medyo, you know, pagdating sa depensa, lalo yung mahabang kamay niya nakaka-disrupt ng mga passing lanes. Kung magiging agresibo siya sa mga ganong paraan, he's gonna be an impact player patuloy-tuloy sa Sarangani, who is 6-3 right now under Coach Toto.
And very interesting if Sarangani can pull off the upset against Pangasinan. Let's go to Miguel Beret as he introduces the starters.
MPBL Season 7. Let's meet the starters. First, for Pangasinan Heatwaves. Starting at guard, number 11, Joshua Fontanilla. Also at guard, number 1, Mike Di Gregorio. Playing center, number 28, the Komodo Dragon, Michael Mabula. Power forward, number 12, JP Maguliano. And the other forward, number 27, Jorge Napoles. The head coach for the Heatwaves is Gerson Cabeltes. Assistant coaches, Noy Catalan, Jun Marzan, Florian Pineda, Ariel Sison, Harold Nang, Joseph Gion, Dan Xavier, and June Medina. Here's for Sarangani Gripper. Starting at forward number 24, Junji Halyare. Also at forward number 8, Danny Marilao. Playing center number 13, Coy Alves. 2 guard number 5, J. Mark Malyari. And at 1 guard number 74, Jeff Viernes. The head coach for Sarangani is Toto Dohilio. Assistant coaches, Mark Manalang, Joshua Inocentes, John Cabarubias, Jock Labrador, Lawrence Lopez, and Jeff Leofas. Team manager is architect Andrew Bellarmino. Officiating is small game R, Jay Castroverte.
Starting 5 brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Pangasinan with Joshua Fontanilla and Mike De Gregorio at the backcourt. Up front, Michael Mabula, JP Maguliano, and Joey Napoles. For Sarangani, Jeff Viernes, J. Mark Malyari, Coy Alves, Danny Marilao, and Junji Halyari. Our referees for this ball game, J. Castroverde, Lester Arcega, Bayani Francisco. Fourth referee is Zen Mananzala. The tip going to the guys in red, itong Sarangani Gripper. Very noticeable for Pangasinan rolling out with a very huge lineup, especially in the front court.
Well, this is a big team. You know, and Coach Gerson has that flexibility of putting a Napoles at the 3, 4, and even the 5. You look at Napoles, who plays the 3 right now, really has a wingspan. 6'10" at least. Ang haba ng galamay, siya pa nagbababa ng bola ngayon.
could be their most versatile player. Kasi Jory Napoles.
I think he is.
Now he goes at the post.
I mean, if it was a young Vic Manuel 10 years ago, si Vic yun. But 10 years later, it has to be Napoles as Fontanilla missed the first shot for Pangasinan.
Jeff Viernes back with Sarangani.
Masikip masyado yan. Masikip masyado
Oo.
yan. And just a poor job right there. To me, that's on Jeff Viernes. As the user of the screen, you have a choice to use the screen or not. And using that baseline ball screen, walang masyadong espasyo. Dito, malapit ka na sa sideline. Turnover nangyari.
Same play. Napoles turns around. The jumper clanks off the rim. And a foul whistled against JP Maguliano on that rebounding battle.
Giving up a few inches no, defensively, nakamatch up sa kanya si Halyare. But instead of taking advantage of his height, he opts for a turnaround. Binail out niya in depensa. And itong si Halyare. Talk about Napoles.
Malyari laban kay Mike Gregorio. Halyare playing that small forward spot right now for Sarangani. 7 seconds on their shot clock. Nothing really happening dito sa opensiba nila. Atake si Halyare. Oh, wills that one in. Plus a foul.
To your point, really making something out of nothing in that possession. As Halyare really had the ball for about 12 seconds.
Picks are great move of the game. Born for greatness.
And everybody just stayed home to their man and ball watched. And anytime you have that habit of ball watching, yan din ang mangyayari sa'yo. Papanoorin mo yung kalaban, sumut.
3-point play opportunity. Capitalized by Junji Halyare. 3-0 start para dito sa Gripper. Di Gregorio. Floats it up and in. Too easy for Mike DG.
UCLA to Spain action right there. An empty corner ball screen. And instead of going away, Fontanilla gives a back pick for the Spain action. Opens up the lane for Mike De Gregorio.
Alves. Marilao. Pulls up. Sweet looking stroke right there from Danny Marilao.
You see, Ken, yan ang ibig ko sabihin kanina, that he has become a much better offensive player because kung nasundan mo yung simula ni Danny Marilao sa ligang ito, he was just a guy sprinting, you know, up and down the floor, playing defense, getting wild rebounds. Ngayon, for the last, I would say 2 seasons sa MPBL, has developed even a jumper. A pull-up jumper tulad nito. One dribble, papuntang kanan, little fade, pasok. And that's a design play for him. Little grenade action.
And, that's why Sarangani with a 3-point lead. Mike De Gregorio at the line. Hasn't been an easy season.
Hasn't been himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, I think he was 0 of 19 from the 3-point area before
Right.
making a couple against Bacolod.
Right, and remember that stretch. I think he just made his first 3-pointer maybe about 3 weeks ago.
Oo, mga ganun eh.
Ganun, last month.
Mga halos 3 buwan siya wala talagang na-shoot na tres. But here, trying to really rectify that towards the tail end of the elimination round. Joshua Fontanilla trying to keep in step with Jeff Viernes going for that foul.
Jeff Viernes really loves that sideline. You know, but that time, just getting yung experience over Fontanilla. Natawagan ng foul si Fontanilla.
Malyari, nahanap si Marilao, back to J. Mark. Working against Mike De Gregorio. Malyari, De Gregorio keeping in step with him. Malyari almost got it in, and ball will go back to Pangasinan. Pangasinan with a win here and a loss by Caloocan, if ever, against Batangas. They will move up to 5th place. They will be 13-6, 13-8.
Maraming tie kasi dyan eh.
Oo. 13 wins din kasi yung Pasay,
Right.
13-8. De Gregorio for free. Cashes that, actually a long two from Mike De Gregorio.
Alam ni Coach Toto sinignan niya rin sa official because it happened right almost in front of him. Talagang sinignan niya 2 points lang.
Oo. 6'5" ang ating talaan. De Gregorio comes away with a steal. And he's free on the other end for the layup.
A little small to big action between Viernes and Marilao. Marilao na pag-pop-out no, kay Viernes. Rotation ng Pangasinan. Ang ganda ng anticipation by Mike. And the easy two on the other end. Pero pinaghirapan niya muna yon with this steal.
Fast break the game brought to you by Extreme X-Pop, personal karaoke speaker every day. Karaoke.
Good pass. It's a bad move. Good pass, bad move. Because ang ganda na ng position ni Mike. Alam niya rin, foul.
At nabenta rin ni Danny Marilao yun. But this was a play earlier.
You talk about a versatile front court. It cannot be more versatile than this.
All right, the
With
challenge.
three guys on the floor.
A challenge from Sarangani. We'll be back for the result of this one.